Okay,
Still on 9.
we're still on 9, the CAO subcommittee update, with some people comments.
Okay, Robert, we're well aware when you were saying there about the cost of administration being so high. I think we sort of followed along the lines of we're a city or something rather than a small municipality. And I know myself, I've done a review of the so-called CAO tasks that have been put forward, and quite frankly, most of them represent the procedural. I see very few on there that actually accomplish anything other than to keep some good records. That seems to be, in my mind, what the main objective of the whole municipal affairs and FP was the Federation for Territorial Municipalities guidelines of being as the committee that looking to hire a CAO. We're very much attuned to the fact that we are going to be faced with paying for a new fire department, for a new fire building. And that in order to accomplish that without raising taxes next year, we're going to have to cut costs by $70,000 out of the budget. And most of it, there's only two places it can come from. It can either come from group allocations or it can come from administration. And we'll be, I just want to let you know that we're very much aware of that, and we'll be dealing with it. In fact, we're having a meeting next Tuesday. Just the CAO committee and our prospective person we're going to hire, and we're going to have an in-depth discussion on how we go about that.
Anyone else with any comments? Okay. Request for an additional council meeting in July. Councilor Gibbon.
We don't have one scheduled for July, and in the subcommittee meeting for the CEO replacement, it became apparent that there's a lot of work to be done before, and we have got a hard deadline here, so I was hoping that maybe we could have an extra meeting to help facilitate all the work that needs to be done. So, can I move it?
Make a motion.
Make a motion to add a regular meeting to the council meeting roster for 2026 in July.
No regular or special.
Or special.
Okay, the motion is on the floor.
I'll second it.
Mover?
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie moved the
Motion. Making the motion is the mover?
Yeah.
Okay, seconded by Lynn. To add a regular or special council meeting to RMB's posted council meeting roster for 2026 for the month of July. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion's carried. Thank you, Charlie. Belfast Days update, June 27th and 28th. And then Dr.
Alright, so I just wanted to give a final update on what's going on. I kind of alluded to that the last meeting, but we're getting very close. It's a week from this weekend, so June 27th and 28th. And it's going to be Saturday, June 27th. All the activities are at the Lord Salford Campground. So the activities run from 1 to 10, and all the activities are not happening from 1 to 10. So I want everyone to be very aware of, we're putting the itinerary out sometime this week with a list of the activities and when they're happening. So I just want people to make sure they're looking at the actual poster and the itinerary, so if there's a specific time they want to come, that they don't come at 1 o'clock when something's happening at 7 o'clock. So I just want to make sure that everyone gets to come and enjoy what they're there for. There's something new we have we're gonna have quite a bit of carnival games there. We had donations from Make-A-Wish as always. And we also, this year, we also are going to have a bucket for our local rural Belfast Fire Department. And we're going to do a raffle draw for that, because I think that's what's really important at this time in our community right now, is to help out our local fire department. And we also have extra raffle draws for Make-A-Wish, so they're two separate things. And I want people to be aware that there's no admission to this, but because there's food vendors there, they're local businesses, and it's a good opportunity for these food vendors, candy vendors, baked good vendors, and the carnival games are literally a quarter. I just want people to be prepared to bring some coins, some cash, some debit, and support these local vendors that are coming for the day. And we also have a pretty exciting car show lined up. It's a classic vehicle show, and it's going to run from 1 to 4. And we're going to have Platinum Tire Group is coming, and they're going to be setting up their tires on display. And I think that's a great opportunity for them as a local business as well. And these cars and trucks are going to join the parade at 4 o'clock. It's going to go around the campground loop. It's going to be so much fun. There'll be lots of people there for the event at the campground, golfers. And then we have a really fun thing this year. It's the blindfold graffiti wall. And I'm excited to see how this turns out when people line up and get a blindfold on and go and try and draw on our big wall and see how that turns out. And we're going to give a prize to the best graffiti artist. And we also have great prizes for the parade, for the car show. We have a lot of good, not just funding sponsors, but we have really good prize business sponsors that are really handing out some good donations, like a barbecue and gas gift cards and restaurant gift cards, and just really opening up their business for promotion for Belfast Day. So I'm really excited with the raffle draws and the prizes that we were able to hand out this year. It's a lot of work, but it's totally worth it. And that's my end goal, is to see everyone's smiling faces that day. And of course, the big finale is another company from Halifax, Fireworks FX, is doing our big fireworks display over the golf course this year. So it should be fun, weather permitted, of course. And Fire Index, of course. And then Sunday, I really want to promote that, is the harness racing industry in Belfast is very important. It always has been, it always should be. And there's going to be live harness racing at the Pinette Racetrack on June 28th at 2 p.m. And there's a small admission, $2. They're doing a 50-50 draw. They have a canteen. And again, we're going to present the final race as the Belfast official pace with the Bush Cooler and prize. So we really need to keep that going as part of Belfast Days and keep the attention on the local horse track that we have here in the community. So hope to see everyone there, and fingers crossed for good weather.
Lynn, have you passed the schedule on to Ashley so she can post it on our website?
Yes, I will. We're going to print off the schedule in the next few days, and I'll make sure she does it.
I've been sharing it to Facebook already, so yeah.
Well done, Lynn.
Very good.
Celtic Road update.
Speak again. Am I saying take a quick break?
Okay, this is also another important endeavor in the community right now, is the Selkirk Road. And this is something that I started March 2024, initiating contact with highway traffic engineers. And it was because of some people who reached out to me with concerns about speed and passing and dogs being, there was a dog killed in the area, and just concerns about the residential part of Selkirk Road and if there's anything we can do with the speeds. So I made my initial contact just over 2 years ago in March of 2024, and
I was very happy at that time for the quick response. Michael Stewart with the province, he reached out to me via email, we had phone calls, and we met on Selkirk Road, we took photos. He went to the scene himself, he checked the intersections, and he promised that he would make sure that this was implemented and that there'd be a study analysis done on this. And there was no time frame. That they're really busy with the roads on PEI, so I didn't expect this to happen in a week. So moving forward to 2025, I followed up, and there was still nothing finished at that time. And I kind of put it on the back burner until May of 2026. So I was quite happy with the response I had from Michael. He wanted to have a phone call with me and really explain what was happening and what they did. And I think it's really important for everyone to realize what goes into speed studies and how they make the decisions. And those decisions are based on analysis and like speed recordings, and I'm quite happy with the outcome of this analysis. So there was 5 speed studies conducted on the Selkirk Road. And there was one along Route 23, there was one along Route 206, and one along Route 211. So 211 is the intersection of Newtown, Route 206 is the intersection of Iona Road, and they completed the study. And so what happens is, along Route 23, which is Selkirk, approximately number 3588 along that stretch, there's no speeding issues present. Along the Selkirk Road, 400 meters north-south of Route 23 and 211, Newtown Road, no speeding issues present. Route 206, which is Iona Road, approximately 400 meters east-west of intersection of Route 23, speeding issues present. So at the end of the day, the whole road, out of their studies, the only ones they found were Route 206. And I believe it's because of where the stop sign is and the grade of the hill there. I think people are accelerating and are going through. And that may not be it either, but that is the only area on that road that they found studies. So they had hidden speed radars on this road. So that's where they got their studies. They're stuck on trees, they're stuck in the ditch, they trace the speed. So the analysis is legitimate. And I'm happy with that. So, at these intersections, there was one collision during the past 5 years. Not a concern. But there was 2 collisions in 5 years that were concerned. So, in all that time, they had to factor in those each individual collisions. And that's why they moved forward with the resolution for step 1 of this, and I'm very happy with this. So, from 3605 Civic on Route 23, they're going to remove the passing lanes. They're going to paint double solid yellow lines there to alleviate legal passing. And they're going to put radar feedback signs along Route 206, Iona Road, approximately 400 meters east-west of the intersection of Route 23 and Route 206. So those flashing LED speed signs you see, they're going to install those on the road, and I think they're going to be a deterrent. Once you see those, you see your speed, and hopefully they'll work. At the end of the day, they're not lowering the speed limit, but I think this is a positive step in moving forward to alleviating our basic concerns for this road. That they're implementing any changes at all is a win-win, and I think that's a great first step for this road.
Awesome. Good work.
Good work, it's great. Thank you, Lynn. Okay, our Belfast Fire Department update. Are you canceling that?
She is.
So, since Councilor Carter's not here, I'll be able to give you a quick update. Anybody that's been driving down that road will notice that the Belfast Fire Department is well on their way to doing their expansion project. So good on the volunteers, good on the contractor that they've hired. They are trying to get that done this fiscal year. So the good news I wanted to share is that a few days ago they did get the approval from the RGI Rural Growth Initiative. They had applied for $248,000 and they were granted that amount of money. So that really helps in the $1.32 million budget to get another 248. So now we have had discussions with Kent McDonald, the MP, and he is also looking for avenues that the fire department might be able to apply on to bring that number down. Right now, that number that we're still need to find is about $700,000. So the number keeps coming down, and if anybody wants to win the lottery and add to that, that's appreciated. But it was great news to hear that the RGI funding was approved and that they're still going ahead with the project, and they're hoping to have it finished in this fiscal year.
Very good news. Thank you, Bob, on behalf of Councilor Carter. Okay, Association of PEI Municipalities
Sure.
meeting report. Ashley.
All right. On Friday, May 22nd, I attended the Association of Municipal Administrators of PEI, their annual general meeting and professional development day. The primary presentation was delivered by Jennifer Doherty of Proven HR and focused on sustaining leadership capacity for CAOs. This was the second seminar I've attended featuring Jennifer as a speaker. She's a dynamic, authentic leader who has a strong understanding of the challenges associated with leadership, particularly in the municipal sector. Following the morning session, Satya Sen, Executive Director of FPIM, shared his vision for provincial shared services model. One area that was discussed was development planning, as qualified planners continue to be difficult to recruit and retain. The concept explored how FPIM could potentially coordinate planning services for the 29 municipalities across Prince Edward Island that currently hold planning authority. After lunch, Municipal Affairs led discussions on succession planning and CAO retention and the challenges municipalities face in recruiting and retaining experienced administrative leadership. The day concluded with the association annual administrative and governance business. I was also invited to deliver a presentation at the association's fall conference in October. My previous presentation to them focused on our municipality's social media strategy and the success we have achieved through community engagement and digital communications. This year I've been asked to speak on nervous system regulation, managing stress in the council chamber, and practical approaches to navigating high-pressure situations, drawing on my background, which is primarily in mental health and crisis management. That's all. Thank you.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you, Ashley. Don't go far.
Oh,
RMB social media report.
that's all right.
Okay, so our social media report. So we have at the moment 937 followers. 79.7% of RMB followers come from our council meeting reels, and 18.8% come from posts. 300 page visits in the past 28 days, which is up 31%. 23.5% of our viewers are between the ages of 35 and 44, and 21.6% are 65 and older. 39.4% are 45 to 64 years old, and 14.1% being between the ages of 25 and 34 years old. So our top three areas for viewership are Vernon Bridge. They watch us very closely at 28.6%, Charlottetown at 23.1%, and Montague at 17.2%. Unfortunately, our viewership is down 53%, with only 5,123 people watching in the past 28 days. So the trend is a spike after the council meeting, and the average watch time is 3 hours and 28 minutes. That's
Well,
it's a very effective tool, especially for the next item that I want to be discussing in a moment, which is for our emergency management operations. So, thank you.
Okay, your emergency. Municipal emergency management plan, 12 hours planning exercise.
Okay. So I am happy to report that the council completed their mandatory tabletop exercise with the province. EMO officer Chris Hancock conducted the meeting, which walked our councillors and two members of the fire department who were here to represent the full life cycle of a major emergency, from initial wildfire response through evacuation and sheltering to recovery, while ensuring the municipality understands when it's appropriate to activate our emergency operations center and how to set priorities, also to how to support residents during and after a disaster. Also at this meeting, I was able to discuss the need for a secondary unit of emergency supplies, which may become available to our municipality. I was already able to secure one for our primary facility, which is the Belfast Rec Center. However, they may have an additional one that I'm working on securing for this location, which would supply us with another 25 cots, blankets, pillows, and hygiene kits, which again would support 25 people in case of emergency, which is better than nothing. Also, there was some discussion regarding the appointment of a member of council here to serve as Deputy Emergency Management Officer. This appointment needs to be made this evening, as it is important within our municipality, our management program, and critical to ensuring continuity during these emergencies. So I understand that this is a significant commitment. The DEMO must be prepared to step into the role whenever I'm unavailable, off island or otherwise, during hurricane season and other periods of heightened risk. They will be expected to work with me closely to monitor developing weather systems, assess potential impacts, and support emergency preparedness and response activities. So the role requires regular communication with me, availability during emergencies, and a strong commitment to serving and protecting the residents of this community. And I need someone to fill that role tonight. It would only be until the term is over, and then a new person would be selected when the new council is decided upon after the election. So, but I really need someone to fill that position immediately. Lynn is volunteering. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mayor Dougherty.
Thank you, Lynn.
Deputy Mayor Dougherty. Thank you.
I'll
Really
take that.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome.
We'll talk.
Yep.
Okay, thanks for all that work, Ashley. New business items. There isn't any. Okay, your next regularly council meeting is today.
no. Jeez, that guy's slacking.
So-
Are we doing 2 on 1?
It's gonna be July.
Yeah, there will be a meeting
Third
in
Wednesday in
July.
July.
I expect it'll be the third meeting, unless there's a request for a different date, but you can expect the third Wednesday in July.
We said on July 8th.
July 8th?
I don't think we've settled on anything. We have to do a request to council members.
Is that the next scheduled subcommittee meeting? Yeah, we're talking about the next,
Yeah, we're just talking about
so
council meeting.
the third Wednesday would be July 22nd.
That's our normal, third
Yeah.
Wednesday of each month.
Yeah, that's good.
Great.
So what was meant to be there is the August meeting.
So our next regularly scheduled meeting is Wednesday, July
22nd.
22nd. 2026 at 7 p.m. upstairs here at the meeting hall, and remembering and honoring Councillor Mary Mercer Carlson, Edmund Ashland.
Thank you, Garth. This is probably the most important piece that I will be presenting tonight. Mary Meacher Carlson was a counselor for Belfast. And tonight we pause to remember our friend and fellow counselor, Mary Carlson. After a lengthy and courageous battle with breast cancer, Mary passed away on Friday, June 5th, 2026. While we mourn her loss, we take this opportunity to honor a life dedicated to family, friendship, and service to her community. Mary entered municipal politics with a desire to make a difference in the lives of those around her. She believed strongly in the importance of rural communities having a voice and was passionate about improving access to health care and services for residents. She understood the unique challenges faced by rural islanders and was committed to ensuring those concerns were heard and addressed. As a member of council, Mary brought dedication, compassion, and sincere commitment to the people she served. She cared deeply about her community and worked tirelessly to make it a better place for everyone. Her voice, perspective, and presence around the council table will be greatly missed. It is especially fitting that one of the issues closest to Mary's heart was health care. Even while facing her own health challenges with remarkable courage and grace, she never lost sight of the needs of others or of the desires of her community. Beyond her public service, Mary will be remembered for the relationships that she built, the kindness that she showed others, and the positive impact she had on those fortunate enough to know her. On behalf of council and the entire community, we extend our heartfelt condolences to Scott, Tyler, and all of Mary's family and loved ones during this difficult time. May we honor Mary's memory through our continued service to the community that she cared for so deeply. Her contributions will not be forgotten, and her legacy will remain a part of our community for years to come. Rest in peace, Mary.
Thank you. Adjournment, if there is no further business, move the meeting to be adjourned. Jim, is there something?
Yep, Jim's moved it.
Yeah.
Time is 7:53.
Thank you, everyone.